WPT, the title, the bracelet, they're all on the line. Stay with us as the heads-up battle is about to begin.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour, where heads-up action is about to start at the final table of Bellagio's Festa al Lago.
Oh, man, a lake full of cash and that coveted Tiffany's WPT Champions bracelet all on the line. Let the games begin.
Well, we are down to 2 players. Tommy Vitas, our current chip leader, with $8.8 million. Jason Lavalley with about $7.7 million. One of these guys is going to take home a coveted WPT title and that $1.2 million first place prize.
And Jason Lavalley on the very first hand with King 9 is raised to 300,000. And a quick call by Tommy with a 10-7. Here's the flop.
Oh, what a flop. Jason has flopped the top 2 pair. Tommy has flopped an open-end straight draw.
Tommy quickly checks it. Jason going to bet 425.
And Tommy's going to make the call with the open-end straight draw. So off to the turn we go. Queen of Spade comes off. Again, Tommy checks. Price of poker's going up a little here, it looks like. Jason betting 850,000. Action on Tommy. And Vince, we've seen this guy call with straight draws several times at this final table, and he's doing it again. 850,000 to call with an open-end straight draw.
Because he usually catches.
But his problem is, even if a jack comes off, Vince, where he'd make the hand, chances are he's not going to get paid off.
Well, it didn't hit here, and he checks it.
There's a 4-card straight on the board. Your opponent's not going to pay you off many times.
$2 million.
Well, $2 million is bet on the river by Jason. He's going to take down this pot. If I was going to criticize Tommy for something regarding his poker game, is I think he calls too much with straight draws. He hasn't hit one yet tonight, trying to catch him. Well, he hit that nut flush on the river that one hand where he won a big pot, but he was lucky to do that.
Well, the blinds are going up to 80 and 160,000. Action back on Tommy. He's got Jack 9 this time.
Well, right now we are virtually at dead heat in terms of chip count.
And he's just going to call it. Jason behind him, content to see a flop. He has ace-deuce. He didn't raise. Ace-deuce of diamonds, and he catches the ace right there on the flop.
Now comes ace-jack-6. Tommy's got second pair. Jason has top pair.
And Jason has checked it, and Tommy also checking.
Wow, what a check by Tommy.
Queen on the turn here.
Jason's now reaching for chips here. He's going to bet 225,000.
Quick call by Tommy Vitas.
Well, just didn't believe the guy had an ace because he didn't bet on the flop. Now another ace comes off. So this card could get Tommy in further trouble. Well, Jason is going to bet the 3 aces here, 500,000.
Well, he disguised it well. He didn't raise before the flop with the ace. So, you know, you get good value if you do have an ace and it comes up. Oh, he's going to call him.
Well, he does pay him off, and he is going to lose the pot as Jason Lavalley is going to pick up yet another hand. But he played that hand rather cagey. Didn't raise before the flop with an ace in his hand. Didn't bet on the flop. So if I'm sitting in Tommy's seat, I'm not putting him on an ace either. I might have called there myself.
A young player from Montreal, only 23 years old. Jason Lavalley now, our chip leader. Stay with us. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
Tonight's World Poker Tour brought to you by FullTiltPoker.net.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. The Festa al Lago continues into heads-up action. And right now, Jason Lavalley, the 23-year-old, is our chip leader with close to $9.5 million in chips.
Yep, he is out in front right now, licking his lips and thinking about winning a WPT title.
Well, this time he's picked up a big hand, pair of 10s with the button. And he's going to set up a raise here. Makes it 400,000 to go.
Now Tommy is going to defend here with a king 8 offsuit. A very marginal call.
But the man in the velvet jacket has no fear. And here's the flop. Jack 8-3.
Now Tommy flops second pair. Checks it. Jason checks right behind him. Now the board pairs threes. Well, Tommy's got to think his 2 8s are good now. He's reaching for chips, and he's going to bet, and I don't blame him. 560,000.
Into Jason.
Well, Jason's going to make the call with the 2 10s. So off to the river we go. Well, a queen comes off. So Tommy checks.
Check.
Jason checks behind him. He's going to win the pot with 2 10s to extend his chip lead.
Jason Lavallée, the Montreal monster. Born in Nova Scotia, lives in Montreal, only 23 years old. And this is only his second WPT tournament, his second cash. He cashed in the first one as well.
Well, that's impressive. He's 2 for 2 in the cash department. And number 2 could be a win out here on the World Poker Tour. Whoever wins this will become our 113th poker-made millionaire on the World Poker Tour.
All right, on to this hand. Tommy from Queens with Queen 10 of hearts has raised. Made it 340,000. Jason with just a Jack 4.
Oh, and look at this, Vince. He now has the chip lead. Things are going his way. And can you believe this? We have yet to see him raise any Garfunkel hands. He's been catching cards all night. But here he's done it with a Jack 4 offsuit. He's come over the top and made it 900,000 to go. And Tommy is reaching for chips, and he is going to make that call.
Yeah, he's going nowhere.
Here comes the flop. Flop is King 4-3. Jason actually has the best hand now with 2 4s. He's going to reach for chips and make the continuation bet. And there you see it, $1 million.
Yeah, $1 million. Nothing hitting there for Tommy.
Well, what he's wondering is if he raises this pot, could he win it? And he's reaching for chips. Could he possibly pull the trigger here? If he does, he'll put a lot of pressure on this guy with just 2 4s. Well, Tommy lays the hand down. So the youngster getting aggressive at the right time, coming over the top with a Jack 4 offsuit and winning the pot.
Well, he's an online specialist, plays all the time, has a lot of confidence in his game, says he took a lot of money home last year in the online business. And right now he's playing against live people, and he's playing quite well. Blinds and antes are going up, $20,000 antes. Blinds are 100 and 200 at this time. To the felt we go, Jason with an ace-jack. He's going to move it up to 400,000.
Tommy's got an ace-10 of hearts. He's gone all in. You can't blame him for that. He's gotten called. And as you can see, he is dominated.
What great momentum for Jason. He's made this great call.
It's unbelievable that we've seen Tommy Vitas survive twice when he was an 80% underdog with all his money in the pot. Here he's about a 70% underdog. And his fans are saying, hey, you're behind. That's when you do best. Here's the flop. Oh, a 10 right on the flop. Jason cannot believe it.
Raise it up.
He could taste victory. All he had to do was have his ace-jack hold up against an ace-10. And right now, he's going to have to catch 2 winning cards to make a straight or a jack. Otherwise, Tommy will double up and take the lead.
4 diamonds on the turn. No help for Jason. Get out the smelling salts. He looks dazed.
Well, we are down to the river card. Jason must catch a jack on the river. Otherwise, Tommy Vitas will double up and outdraw yet another opponent when he was all in.
What's it going to be? Title or not?
Well, the 7 of spade comes off. Unbelievable. That's the hat trick of drawouts for Tommy Vitas at this final table so far. Well, one man's luck is another man's torture. You saw it right there. Unbelievable.
That's on.
That's so sick.
Stay tuned. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour. Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. The heads up will continue. Jason Lavallée with $9.5 million. Tommy Vitas, $7 million.
Well, victory on the fingertips of the youngster there, Jason Lavallée. If his ace-jack would have beat the ace-10, he'd have been the champion. As it is, he's got a fight on. Unbelievable. The cool beauty of this game continues, Vince.
All right, with the button, Tommy looks down at a pair of fives wired up. Makes it 600,000 to go. But Jason behind him with a pair of fours.
Come on.
Jason's going all in. Well, he is going to put the test to Tommy now, but Tommy has called him and is going to be loving it when he sees Jason's hand. It's fives over fours. This time, he's the dominating favorite.
Pretty amazing call there by Tommy Vitas. Usually don't want to call off the money with a small pair, but he is right on, spot on. He is dominating pair over pair.
It's one time I want you to get it.
If Tommy Vitas wins this pot, he'll be the massive chip leader in this heads-up battle. And right now, he's the 80% favorite to do just that. Well, he won pots when he was an 80% underdog. Can he win him when he's an 80% favorite? Well, it's come ace, 10, 6. Now, if the board paired twice, this would be a split pot. And Jason would love that right now, I can tell you. He needs a 4 to win the pot. The board pairs twice. It'll be a split pot. Well, a queen comes off. So we are down to the river. Jason has a 2-outer. Must catch a 4 on the river to win this pot and take this title.
Jason looking distraught here. He needs a big miracle right now to take the title, but it's not to be.
Well, 7 of hearts comes off of there. So it's high fives all around. And that's what's ironic about that is that Jason just called the raise before the flop and then moved in on the flop. He'd have won that pot most likely, but hindsight is really easy to do playing poker.
I hate to say it, but a 23-year-old looks exhausted there.
Well, it's not over yet. He sits back down, even though he's got a short stack, and he's saying, what happened? I had this thing. Jeez.
No, son.
I swore you had 2 overcards there. I'm like, oh, I got to win another race.
I'd call it 2 if I was you.
Yeah, of course.
A casual conversation amongst the millionaires of poker. Cards being dealt.
Thank you, thank you.
This time, Jason with the button. And he's first to act. He's got an uneventful 8, 6 of hearts. He's going to push all in.
Well, he's going all in here.
Tommy Vitas has an attractive king-queen.
And he's called it.
Yeah. I think that's a little tilt-off money by Jason. No patience there. Makes that huge raise with just 8-6. And he might have to pay for it with a title.
Well, indeed he might. Tommy Vitas, the favorite here with the king-queen against the 8-6. And if Tommy Vitas wins this pot, he'll be our champion.
There we go.
Can the youngster get lucky to stay alive?
6, no sweat. It's all good. 6, no sweat.
No. We want to sweat. We want to sweat.
Okay, let's see the flop.
I just want open-ended. Give me a
Well, he
sweat.
just wants to have a sweat. Just give me an open-end straight draw.
That's the gambling spirit.
Comes ace 9-5. He's got the gut shot straight draw. That's why he's clapping. He's looking for a 3 across right now. A 6, a 7, or an 8. We're talking about the 3 spots on the side of the card, folks.
Here it is right here.
Doesn't happen. Queen comes off. Well, that's going to eliminate the 6 and the 8 for winning the pot for Jason. He now has to catch a 7 in the gut to make a 9-eye straight to win this pot to stay alive. He must catch a walking stick or he'll be walking out of here in second place.
Yeah, the kid from Montreal in huge trouble right now. Here's the river card for
Well,
the
that's a
title.
queen. So 3 queens for Tommy Vitas. He is going to take this title. And what dramatic fashion he did it in, Vince. I got to tell you. Numerous times he was a monster underdog. He got lucky to stay alive. When he did have the best hand, they held up. Destiny on the side of Tommy Vitas tonight.
Well, he played great, and he's a champion here on the World Poker Tour. Come on! Yeah! Wow, who's the favorite? Well, there you have it. The lake party is over. We have a champion. Another great final table on the WPT.
For Vince Van Patten and all the folks at the WPT, I'm Mike Sexton saying thanks for watching. And until next time, may all your cards be live and your pots be monsters. I don't understand what this is for here.